Hi.
Hi.
Oh. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. It's Halloween.
We're on a cemetery Halloween ghost tour searching for General Wayne's grave today.
General Wayne.
Trying to find my camera because
And we have our girl Jen here.
Halloween spectacular!
We can't wait. We're so excited. So I got my camera out. Like, this is the first time we're doing this, right?
Yeah, wait, hold on. I have a picture of his grave. I just want to see something.
We have to find his grave because we want to be back here at night. But after driving here, I'm glad we came during the day because this is out of control. Like,
where we're going, and
we're not gonna know where we're at. We're not gonna know where we're at. But we are getting an investigation here very, very soon in the evening, and then we're doing during the day to kind of hunt them down. And here's the entrance to, I guess, the oldest part of the cemetery.
Yeah. Beautiful. The cemetery is from the early 1700s. I think the church was built in 1715. Either way, the story goes that General Wayne's, when he passed away, he was buried in a cemetery he chose to be buried in. And 13 years after his death, his son Isaac chose to have him dug up and moved to this cemetery where he's buried at as well. But before moving him, they boiled the flesh off of his bones and lost some of his bones along Route 322.
Why would you boil him?
Well, because it's easy to transport on the horse. Yeah. You have the luggage, and you just shove the bones in there and bury them here.
That's out of control.
I don't know if he was a bad dad or what, but that's some pretty mean stuff to do.
Yeah.
Either
On
way.
13 years later, to be exact. 13 years. Think about it. He was buried for 13 years, chilling.
Right, so one night my brother and I decided to come out here pretty late, and the gates were all open, although it says they'll be closed. They weren't, none of them.
We'll
and
see next week.
Yeah, next week, and I got a pretty nice picture of what looks to be a skeleton with some faces roaming through the graveyard here, which I won't show because it's going to be in my book, and you'll have to wait for that.
So right now, like, my back is to this place. I feel the energy, like, during the day. It's out of control. Like, it's really, really here. What we're going to do is go in now. So we're walking through this is so exciting. It's Halloween. We're in a graveyard. I'm so happy.
I'm really curious to see what General is.
We're trying to find his grave because what I want to do is, like, kind of...
Isaac J. Burns.
Isaac is his son.
Right.
Isaac, yeah. I don't know.
Isaac is his son.
Robyn, you got the cell sensor on?
Yeah, I got nothing right about now.
Yeah, let me know if you get anything.
I definitely will.
Robyn's using a cell sensor device. My new little ghost hunting toy that I got.
His grave sort of looks a little bit like that, but that's not the right one because I have a picture on my phone and I checked, and it's got one of those like big giant points on it. I know there was some sort of instructions online as to how to, like, which portion of the cemetery he's buried in, but if we're in the oldest portion, he can't be too far from here because he died in the late 1700s. Maybe mid 1700s? I'm not sure. I can't remember. You guys all know what his grave looks like?
No, that's what we were wondering, what his grave looks like. She's a picture of his grave.
I have to find out his pockets because every single pocket's loaded up with Halloween mask, got my cigarettes and
My fairy wings are in my
everything.
bag.
Oh, mine are in
with
my
good-
car now. My mask, my scary mask.
When a girl doesn't have a purse, this is what happens to her jacket. Extra puffy with all kinds of stuff.
Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh, the energy is out of control.
Yeah.
It's like, where's the temperature gauge? Give me that. I can,
This
it's,
thingamabobber.
this is crazy. Oh my, it's like,
Right,
Girl.
so is General Wayne here? Still here? Cross of yes. Woo! That's crazy.
that is
Like,
crazy.
yes,
No, he's
yes,
so
yes.
here.
You got
No,
anything
I
on
can
the cell
feel
sensor?
him. I can feel him.
Yeah, I got nothing on that.
He's not happy with us.
No. Are you angry that we're here? Cross of yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's angry
Yeah.
that he's here.
You're angry that you're here? You're angry that you were moved? Yes. Don't really blame him.
I mean,
really,
honestly,
Like, how could you not be ticked off?
I'd be mad too.
Right? I'd be really angry.
Like, seriously.
I would be too.
Yeah. Especially that's your last wish.
Well, it was his dying wish to be buried where he landed. Like, and his son was being a jerk. Where is Isaac anyway?
Yeah, no, Isaac's in the cemetery.
So,
Probably over here.
because these people died,
William
like this
Wayne,
is 18, this is
William Wayne.
1969. So this
So
is.
that's way after.
It says in honor. Oh my gosh! The closer I get to it, the colder I get. Oh
it's
my
cold.
gosh!
You have the temperature gauge?
Yeah, I did because I got 44 before, and as I get closer to the grave, look, it's 39.
Okay, so it says, in honor of the distinguished military services of Major.
See, it's 44 at the bottom, but when you get like to the center,
Yeah.
it goes. It was down to 39. Where are you at? That was 43.
Isaac Wayne,
There he is.
right here.
There's Isaac.
His isn't very nice
There's
at all,
39.
You can barely read it.
Why do they look like this?
ISAACWAYNE.
Wow, they don't take very good care of that, do they?
Oh my gosh.
Can we have a
Isaac,
father
you
and
were
son
very
shot?
naughty.
Isaac,
Actually, let me see the cell sensor. Still on, right?
Is Isaac here?
Yes, Isaac is definitely here. Isaac, are you angry that we're investigating this? Cross if yes. Yes.
If you're here with us, can you manipulate the cell sensor some way?
Yes.
Okay. Can you make the needle spike?
Can you move it? Give us a sign that you're here.
Move the needle on the cell sensor.
Sorry to use your grave as a table. I'm using Allen's rods. Is General Wayne and Isaac still speaking? I mean, are they here right now with us? Are they crossed if they're here? Okay, so yours are.
I think that's just me because that's my instrument.
Yeah, these are Allen's, so they don't work the same way. But Isaac, did you move your father out of spite or out of love? If you moved your father out of spite,
Cross if you moved him out of spite.
yeah, he did. Did you do it to be a jerk to your father? Yes, yes, you did.
Wow. That was cute.
Oh my God, you're such a psycho. It's Halloween. We're in a
It would have been
graveyard.
great if she came up. She's like,
So you go first with
all
the
right.
eye.
So you
The
and your
energy's
father
yours.
did not get along. Cross if you did not get along. Yeah, that's so strong. I mean, they're really moving. Okay.
I'm gonna do temperature reading too. It's 51 over here.
Well, it's 44
It's
over
43 over there.
there. Wow.
It's 51 here, so it's 55 degrees.
Mhm.
And when I look at my phone, it's temperature, weather, because where I'm at is 40, where we're at is 56, so 53 degrees right now. So we're close to the actual
Oh,
temperature.
check this out. All right, ready? So this
Ooh,
little,
be
this little
careful.
Jimmy Jam here, that's his little stone.
Yeah.
This stone here wasn't put into place until 1809.
Okay.
He wasn't even memorialized until like 40 years after whatever.
So he basically they didn't move him.
they moved him, but they didn't tribute him.
But they didn't give him his
Stone.
like big old.
They gave him that thing because the GW.
Yeah, but it doesn't even look like it's done right. Like if you look at the way these are, even the way his grave is laid, it's like it's just like they threw bodies down, like they're all on top of each other. Do you see what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the way the placement, like that's jacked up. Like is there somebody underneath there?
Yeah, that's Isaac under that brick. It's
My
the whole
needle's
body
moving
down.
a little bit too.
Is it?
I
Like,
just saw it
is he really? Is he in there? Like, or is he
move
underneath?
again.
Under there.
Somewhere.
General.
That was boiled and thrown.
Well, he was General Mad Wayne.
Yeah.
Okay, so Anthony.
You know why they call him Mad Wayne? I
Why?
found out. It's because
He was mad.
he was like real stern, and he was into things being done a specific type of way, sort of like George Washington. So this one guy who was friends with him was doing, I can't remember what, but whatever happened, he ended up in jail and said, well, I know General Anthony Wayne. Get General Wayne, he'll get me out of here. And when they finally got to General Wayne, he told him to give this guy, his friend, like 40 lashings or something like that instead. And that's why they call him Mad Wayne, because he's like, well, you put yourself in this position, you get lashed for it.
No.
I don't care if you're my friend.
Really?
Wow.
So he sounds like an asshole.
So-
Not disrespect.
No, but he does sound like an asshole. So did you and your son not get along because you weren't a very nice person?
That's basically
Wow.
it.
Well,
That's what I get from it.
so you were a good general, but not a good person. Yes. At least he admits it. That's kind of nice.
Do you regret your decisions of not being a good person to the people around you? Is that?
No.
I got yes.
Did
but
you?
I honestly feel like he's not. I don't feel like he's here, like in like
Yeah.
all of him. But then wait, that's right. Like
Look, he's my
No, they-
dowsing rod just pointed over
over
there.
there. I don't feel like he's
Look,
in here.
They just pointed.
over
That's
there
so
to
weird.
Isaac. I just feel like this was just put here.
Point where you're actually buried.
Where's your
General Wayne.
actual bones at? Where are your bones?
Look.
Point to where
Oh
your
my
bones
God!
are.
Both of us
Look.
are going that way.
It's not. He's not here. He's over there.
That's interesting.
He's over there.
Well, you know what? They probably did. You get that off of a website?
Yeah.
They probably tell people that he's buried here so they don't try to dig him up.
Yeah,
It's
but
probably like a
he's
mock.
over. He's not. Like, where are
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, come on, General. Let's have
Okay,
at
show
it.
us exactly where you're buried. It's pointing to his sons.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm wondering if they buried them together.
It's possible. Yeah.
Under the
Isaac.
same
When
tree.
did Isaac die?
That's
Like,
interesting.
when did Isaac die?
I can't read it. Don't fuck up.
Ducked up.
Ducked
Get it
up.
right.
Fucked up.
Yeah. If you shadow it.
It says
Ooh.
Isaac
Yeah,
Wayne,
it's like algae.
You're like algae.
only son,
Of
Major
the
General
Wayne.
Anthony Wayne, died. Oh, that's so hard.
You know what?
Yeah, it's really hard. to
Died.
read.
You know, if we had a piece of paper and used crayon.
that's
we'd
what I
be
was
able to get it.
thinking. I don't have it with me. I might have to get Indiana Jones on these people. But you know what? It's called Google.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm Googling it right now. It's Isaac Wayne.
That needle just moved.
Did
right
it?
Here. It just went like that. Yeah.
Is
Then I
the
saw-
start asking with the you know what with the dowsing rods? Like I want to know when he died because you know what, he didn't die long. I don't
So,
know.
General Wayne, were your bones actually moved after your son died again? Were they moved? Yes. So he's been moved several times. Then.
I truly believe that. I truly
Yeah, I mean,
believe
it
he's
makes
not
sense.
there. He's not there. I can feel him over here, and
Yeah.
he's not happy. Like I can feel that, and I get it. Like well, parts of him aren't. Even, they lost parts of his
So there could be
body.
parts all over.
So they boiled his flesh. Like think about it. They boiled his flesh.
Whoa!
See?
Whoa!
It's spiking.
You're talking about this and it's going off.
Yeah.
He's
What
angry.
Happened, and
He
then I
is
got the picture
angry.
of him when he came out in skeleton.
Yes.
Look at this. He is pissed. Look.
Yeah.
My finger.
Your
on-
rods are
I'm
going
saying
nuts?
he's pissed. Look at
I
my
have
rods,
like
Alan.
I'm freezing.
Oh.
I'm saying he's pissed, and it's saying yes, yes, yes.
And it's spiked. It's spiked.
That was insane.
the cell sensor
That-
is spiked. As soon as I started
They
talking
say
about
he goes out at night looking for his flesh here. Like that's why I'm
It just
interested
moved
to
again.
get here at night.
Talk about it some more.
Shouldn't have to
yeah,
say
well,
that person's
think
grave.
about it. Well, he was. They
It's
boiled
just-
his flesh.
Look at this. This is just.
They
swinging.
boiled him like he was resting. He was fine. And think about it. He was fine. They brought him back by doing it. I really believe Isaac did it to be a dick. Isaac wanted the prestige of having General Wayne with him.
Well, it's kind of like one last thing too. If you and your father didn't get along your whole life, he wasn't a nice person. It's kind of like one last kick in the pants. Like I get the last word.
yeah.
You aren't in control. You know, it's kind of a power thing that in death I have control.
Why wouldn't you just take
Oh,
the
he
body,
did.
put it in another coffin, and then take it on a cart?
Right.
Why would you boil his bones? What was the
Right.
whole purpose of boiling his bones?
Probably because they were afraid of getting sick too, because they didn't really understand about sickness. They probably looked at it as dirty and diseased.
No, I think that's still weird.
Yeah.
It's
No,
still
no,
weird.
I-
Why would you
you know
boil
what
a
I-
body
No, I
after
definitely think
13
it's
years?
weird.
It's
You know what
weird.
else is weird?
But-
Despite the fact that this whole General Wayne thing, this doesn't support the whole why there was screaming going on in the cemetery that night.
Yeah.
Something else is going on here.
Well,
there
there's
could
a
be
lot happening.
There's a lot of activity.
Because this church actually did. I looked up the church as well, and these people went through it. This church is like one of the oldest functioning churches. It's got like over 4,000 members in its congregation. It's like the who's who of like this area, and like it started in like 1700. So you're talking a very old institution. I know that there was murders here. I do know there was murders, a series of murders back in the early 1700s. Because if you look it up online, it's there. I'm Googling it right now. And what I discovered was that,
That would explain the screams.
Yeah.
well, there was. Well, here, in the early 1800s, and the little girl apparently got like lost or crushed or kidnapped. They don't know how. They never found the little girl's body. And they said that the woman like was running down she was supposedly running down the road though, screaming. So when Robyn was here the last time, she heard screams. And it is a big size cemetery, but they are really relatively close, which is kind of good because that means we can actually find General Wayne. Isaac, there is something behind him boiling him and then putting his body in a bag. Like, how disrespectful.
Yeah.
This was a general.
No, it's definitely disrespectful. I think it was probably, like I said, I mean, if they did not get along, he wasn't a nice person, it's kind of like the last say. It's the last, I've got one over on you. You can't do anything about it.
He did it to spite his father.
But I mean, also as far as boiling, you have to think that's also a time where people bled each other out when they were sick.
Well, he was
They
dead
didn't
for
have-
13 years.
Yeah, but bodies kind of had that negative, that if it's a body, it's disease.
Yeah, but put it in another coffin and
Yeah.
put it on a cart. Don't
Yeah.
put my
No,
bones
I
in a
agree.
bag.
I
That's just
agree. I'm
weird.
just saying it was just also a time where people weren't knowledgeable.
No,
about
they
things.
weren't.
They didn't know. They feared what they didn't understand, so they took precautions because they didn't understand.
Like,
it.
put it this way, my phone doesn't work at all.
Really,
At all. Like,
it's just not.
oh, there we are.
Oh,
Found
let's
it.
pull out our radar. I didn't even think. To
Ghost
have it.
radar.
Hello.
So literally,
We have these things.
when
on, we're
you
not
think
using
about it, it's still spiked.
Yeah, it's spiking as we're talking about it.
The
It's
more we
getting
discuss
angry.
this,
Yeah.
he's angry. Like, should we put this at the bottom of
Okay, General Wayne, why don't you speak to us?
Yeah, keep the cell phone away from it, or else it'll
I'll make it spike.
it'll make it spike.
Okay.
Yeah, so that works right there.
General Wayne, why don't you speak to us? Tell us what you're thinking right now. Please speak to us. Say something. We want to know what you're feeling, what you're thinking. If there's anything that you need to say, your spirit supposedly wanders this area, searching for your bones. Is there anything that you want to tell us? You're making our dowsing rods swing like crazy. You're making the cell sensor react. Give us some sort of word. Give
Talk
us a
to
say.
us.
Did you come back when you felt your body being removed from your original resting place? And do you believe that Isaac did it to honor you, or did I mean, no, he knew. We know he didn't do it to
Yeah.
honor him. But where are you? Where are your bones at? Point to where you're at. And here we go. Look.
Right there again. It makes
I think
sense.
he's over here.
It makes sense that, okay, this is a national war hero. I mean, he's famous. He's a famous war hero.
Yeah, but
They're not going to leave his body where anybody can come and dig it up during the night. They're not going to put it somewhere that anybody can come and disrespect it. What did he say? It said drew.
Drew.
They drew his bones out of the grave.
Yeah, they took him.
Yeah.
Literally point to where Isaac is.
And it's right next to us. It's in the middle of us right now, according to the radar. It's standing between us. It just moved, but
Oh,
it was right
shizzle.
here.
Oh, I feel like I know we're surrounded, but there's also there's two little girls over there. I got some old lady in the corner that is just getting on my nerves because
Okay, so point to where you're buried, General Wayne. And again, look, it's right there.
exactly.
Yeah,
You know what? I'm gonna do a thermal.
That's a good idea.
Thermal. That's hot. See, there's Alan.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Look
my
how
God.